Right, hopefully that has worked, and now I am live. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to my first ever Facebook video for Kick Out Bullying. I don't think many of you have seen me before. I know some of you know me, lots of my friends know me. Thank you for being on my page. Listen, all I can ask after I finish this video is if you can like it, and then perhaps leave a comment, and maybe at some point in the near future we can do a Facebook Live, and it'd be really good to get you guys involved, and you can ask me some questions and we can talk about the bullying side of things. So you've already found me. I'm on Kick Out Bullying on Facebook. I also have a website which is www.kickoutbullying.com, and you can find out lots of information on there. Now I go to lots of schools and I do talks on bullying. I do different things, so I can do a short assembly or maybe a 50-minute chat all about bullying and the effects of bullying. Now, those of you that don't know me probably wonder what makes me qualified to talk about bullying. So let me tell you, I am now in my 40s, okay, fairly old, but when I was young, around about 8 years old it started for me, I really was badly bullied. Now I'm a very tall guy, I had really funny hair. Now if technology is working correctly, hopefully somewhere around this screen, maybe above me, I don't know, maybe the side, you may be able to see a picture of the playground of my school. And maybe a picture of me when I was that age of when I was bullied. Now the reason why that picture of my school is there is because I want to talk to you and tell you that bullying and the effects of bullying never leave you. Now, to me, it was 1984. It was a long time ago. Now, I remember every detail about what happened. So in that playground, in that picture, if it's there, I look at that picture and I can see all sorts of things happening to me. Bearing in mind, this was like, you know, a long time ago. I haven't forgot it. It is like it was yesterday to me when I look at those pictures. I remember being thrown across a school bench. I remember having my glasses broken. Now, funny enough, my eyesight was really bad back then, and I have since had my eyes corrected with laser surgery. But this is a pair of my glasses from the 80s. I don't know if you can see how thick they were. So my eyesight was really bad. And when I put these on, I kind of had like a fishbowl effect, and my eyes were really big. And I guess I looked quite funny to some people, and because of that reason I ended up being the victim of a lot of jokes and a lot of bullying. But I managed to change my life. I am a very confident person now here in 2017 and beyond. Hopefully you'll be looking at this in years to come, and I changed my life. Now the trick was to become more confident. Now for me, and this was what worked for me, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you, but you'll get what I'm talking about. You need to find something to make yourself a little bit more confident. For me, it was martial arts. Okay, now let's get one thing perfectly straight. I am not going to sit here and tell everybody that's bullied to go out and do martial arts, because it's not for everyone. It really isn't. I, however, never did it for one reason, and that reason was never ever did I do it with the thought of going forward and being able to protect myself and maybe get retaliation on my bully. Although that was a long time ago, I still am proud to say that I've not really had a street fight in all that time. I am a kickboxer now. I have been for a very long time. I enjoy it immensely. I've done really well. I have some props. So from a victim of bullying in the 80s, I started doing martial arts. I became a black belt some point in the 90s, and then I've moved on to join the WUMA, which is the World United Martial Arts Association. I became a member of the Great Britain team. I did very well. This is one of my belts. This is my world title belt that I won in 2008 in Greece. What else have I got here? This is one of my, I don't know if you can see this on it, the screen's not very big. This is one of my European titles. And this is a World Championship trophy as well from 2008. And finally, I need to add this one because maybe it's in my head. I retired from competing in 2011. My last competitive fight, if you like, was in Ukraine in 2011. Now, I felt at that point I had nothing else to prove, so I thought it'd be time for me to move on, retire from competing, and that'll be it. However, I don't know what got the better of me. A few weeks ago, I travelled to Worcester in the Midlands, and I competed at the Nationals, and I won. National champion 2017, so I'm really quite chuffed, really. But anyway, going back to bullying. Listen, again, just bear this in mind. This whole chat is not about going out there and doing martial arts. There is so many things you can do. It's all about confidence and getting confident. Nothing else. I want you to find something that makes you a more confident person, because the bullies are opportunists. They look for people that are going to be victims. If you're a particularly strong person and quite confident, they're not going to come after you. Myself, I wasn't very strong and I was very weak, and they knew that, and that is why I became a victim. So what are you going to do about it? When I go back and think about my time being bullied, there was something I could have done and I didn't do it. And I'm talking to you guys. Where's the camera? There. If you are being bullied, what are you doing about it? Are you doing anything about it? Now, I can imagine that one or two of you are agreeing, saying, no, I'm not doing anything about it, too scared. And I'm sure there's also a few of you saying that you are doing things about it, but nothing is really happening. So let's break it down and have a look at it. The biggest thing you need to do is make sure it's out there. If nobody knows that you're getting bullied, then how is it going to start to go away? Okay, you must get it out there. Tell somebody. Tell the right person. Okay, there's a few people you can tell. You can tell your teachers, for a start. You can tell your parents. You can tell older children or older brothers and sisters, anybody you can trust. Make sure it's out there, okay? So people know that there is a problem and it needs to be dealt with. And those people then can hopefully put things into place to start looking out for you and to try and make sure these things don't happen. I need you to keep a record. So if you've got a record of what's happening, it makes it so much easier to, when you've got a nice bunch of evidence, you can take it to a teacher and say, look, this is what's happening. If you're getting text messages, save them. If you're getting emails, save them. If you're getting posts on social media, save them, screenshot them, do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you can document what's happening. If you're walking to school and someone's picking on you, or you're in the classroom or wherever you are, make a note of it. So make a note of the time, the date, where you was, who it was, what was said. So you've got this evidence, and then eventually you'll have a long list of things that will show and document what is going on in your life and why you are being bullied. When you go to a school teacher or anyone that you need to go to, they then can look at that and not deny that there's a major problem, okay? So by having this out there and having this evidence to your hand, people can see there is a problem, and hopefully once they can see there's a problem, they can then look at it and start dealing with it. Parents, if you're a parent of a child that's being bullied, you can also make notes as well. You can keep a note of what's going on, because at the end of the day, if it comes from you when you go to the school, it's going to be taken more seriously. Don't go in there shouting at teachers and demand the person is taken out of school. It's not going to be the way to deal with it. Just make sure that you're calm and you can say to the teachers, look, this is what's happening. This is what's happened to my child. Please do something about it. Once you've presented that evidence, it's going to be really, really hard for any school then to ignore what's been said. They cannot deny there's a problem when you've listed all these things that's going on. So please bear that in mind. Something that happens more and more these days is cyberbullying. Back in my day, back in the 80s, God, I sound old. Back in the 80s, we didn't have mobile phones. We didn't have social media. Nowadays, social media is everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Bebo, Snapchat, all these things are really dangerous. Unfortunately, there is a lot of young people that take their own lives or attempt to commit suicide because of cyberbullying. This is something we've really got to be careful with. Okay, so if you are getting these sorts of attacks by social media, again, please make sure that you don't ignore it. Please make sure that you can try and report it to these sites if you can. Also, again, if it's someone at your child's school, make sure you do something about it. Make sure it is out there. Please do not leave it and try and deal with it. Also, probably a big thing for me as well, my father said to me, go and hit him, get him back. Now, one thing you need to understand, if I was that type of person that was very confident and very strong, and I could do that, I probably would have done that a long time before. The reason you are being bullied is because you're not confident, you're not very strong, okay? So please don't think that retaliating and hitting back is going to solve your issue, because what happens is it may not go your way. You may end up being beaten up yourself, or potentially you could hit someone and cause real serious damage. Hitting people with your hands and fists, hands, feet, whatever you want to hit them with, can be really, really dangerous. So please, please, please do not recommend to anybody that they need to go out there and hit someone, because it isn't going to work. That is not going to be the answer to solving your bullying situation for yourself or for your child. I'm going to end the video very shortly, but again, please remember, if you want me to do a Facebook live chat, I would really love to hear from you. Please comment below and we'll get on there and we'll have a chat about it. I've got a book, it's a free book, which has got lots of advice on there, and also it tells you about my story from what happened to me, and that is from my website, which is www.kickoutbullying.com, and if you just sign in at the bottom, you can read my free ebook, which is called Bullying Didn't Stop Me, which tells you about my story from being that victim all those years ago to who I am today, who is as you may be able to guess, a very, very confident person that's a little bit older. I forgot this. I just want to read you this quote that I found online about cyberbullying. I need to name check the guy that did it. It's a guy called Mark Twain. He says, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Fantastic quote for cyberbullying. I will try and find some more for our next video, but think about that. Cyberbullying can go anywhere. People from around the world can start picking on people. You don't even know them. It's a sad, sad world. So listen, thank you for listening. Please comment below, and I will speak to you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.